scholars have explored the various historical and cultural influences of Buddhism on the Buddhist traditions of their countries. They have focused on various practices, various arts, various cultures, philosophical schools, and other traditions of Buddhism in their countries, in their regions. I'm happy that the Buddhist academicians across the globe have accepted our request and took the part of this conference. We are doing this conference from Jawaharlal Nehru University. The Jawaharlal Nehru University is one of the recognized and renowned universities in India, and it stands for integrity, it stands for transformation, it exemplifies the positive aspects of human habitation and intervention. So the main concept of this conference is India was the storehouse of Buddhist wisdom. That is why India has accepted the three lines of Ashoka pillar, which independent India had adopted as its national emblem. It symbolizes the fact that the Buddhist thought on our India and its people. But the reason why I have chosen this topic is, the theme is, India is a storehouse of Buddhist wisdom, and later on Buddhism has spread in many parts of our world. It doesn't mean that some scholars have expressed their views that Buddhism is no more India now. You should say Buddhism is a global. Don't call it Indian Buddhism or something like that. I completely agree that Buddhism is a global. But this attempt is to remind the Indians that to see their own cultural heritage, to see the ancient Buddhist wisdom, that Buddhism has originated in India, Buddhism has originated in Magadha, but some people are not agreeing that Buddhism has originated in Magadha. And one scholar wrote me that Buddhism has not originated in Magadha. He said that Buddhism originated in Kosala, something like that, because basically the literature was accumulated in Kosala. There are so many views in Buddhism. But our main focus was to explore, to show the Indians and present Indians that see your wisdom. Buddhism was one of the predominant cultural heritage. It was a philosophy, religion, and it is our cultural heritage. So you have to know that. And also to the world people, our message is, don't forget that India is the original, the land of Buddhism. So that they already recognize, we are accepting that. But still, sometimes we had to, time to time, we had to analyze this, explore such facts, that Buddhism, how Buddhism and Buddha, everything has taken place in India, and how Buddhism has grown in India, how the councils have taken place, how the great sages, Bhantes like Ananda, Mahakashyapa, Sariputta, Maudgalyayana, collectively, how they developed Buddhism. And later on, it transformed to the entire Southeast Asia through the Sri Lanka, and it transformed to the Tibet and China in the form of Vajrayana and other countries in various forms. So in what way yoga has originated in India? Buddhism also originated in India, and Buddha's teachings were basically started from this pious land. So later on, it has traveled, and these thoughts have transformed to many countries, and we are very happy for that. And that is why, with the Buddha's teachings only, the cultural unification is possible now, today's world also. So Buddhism is a unifying factor between so many countries, between India and China, between India and Sri Lanka, and India and Southeast Asia. So when India was at the height of its power, Indian priests, Indian sages, and scholars traveled abroad and spread Buddhism widely across the Tibet, China, and Japan, and throughout the Southeast Asia, and later to the many parts it has traveled. Now I'm glad to invite the chair of this valedictory session, Professor Santosh Kumar Shukla. He is the Dean of School of Sanskrit and Indic Studies, and he is a good Sanskrit scholar, and also he's a lover of Buddhism. And who is not lover of Buddhism in India? Everybody loves Buddhism in India, and Buddhism has entered into our lives, our traditions, and our arts and our literature. So therefore, if somebody asks us, are you Buddhist? So sometimes we say that even though we are not Buddhist, we are already Buddhist, because no Indian thinks that I am separate from the Buddhism. So in that way, Buddhism has entered into our life system. Now let me invite Professor Amarji Lochanji. Can I see you, Amarji Lochanji? Yeah. I invite the Professor Amarji Lochanji to say a few words, your views on our effort of this International Buddhist Conference with the association of ICCR, IBC. And this is one small effort. In future, we had to do more and more. I request Professor Amarji Lochanji to give his speech now.
Thank you, Professor Upendra, and my salutation to Sangha people, and my regards to all different participants from many countries. It is a great occasion, not only for the sake of something is happening in JNU. It is a great occasion that we are working and getting result out of such a wonderful seminar which Professor Upendra Rao managed for us. ICCR, on behalf of ICCR, I am very, very thankful to him because I could get the list of the speakers, and I was very happy to see big names who came and joined. This can be only possible when we involve scholars like him into this effort. On behalf of Ministry of External Affairs, India, I want to tell you that government has this determination to see Buddhism is established as a home of the religion, as the place where it has grown, and we have to see the old glory must come back by putting our status and position academically and spiritually as well in this platform of Buddhism. Global Buddhism was a concept which has been developed by our Prime Minister, and in this last 7 months we have so many smaller webinars in India, as Professor Upendra Rao told us, which has been very important and landmark for us. But to tell you the truth, Professor Upendra Rao, we have surpassed the previous regional conferences in the name of good number of people joining and quality of scholarship presentation, which is very unique, and we have sadhuvad for you, especially for that. Any valedictory address becomes important because it leads to certain new light, but we have to have the direction in the coming years. As very ably presented and narrated by him, it is just a small iota which has been created, and we have to go further ahead in this direction. We have lost our brothership with the Buddhist world in the past 3 to 4 decades. Now it is the time we reiterate, reinvigorate, and reconnect with our East Asian family, which includes entire Southeast Asia and East Asian nations. We do have connections with neighboring countries by their visits as a pilgrimage to Buddhist sites, but do we have not to go beyond than that? It will be only possible when we have quality presentation, quality direction, so that people do not go to learn Buddhism in Oxford, not to other Western universities, but to us. That's why for us, Taiwan becomes very important, where from Venerable Tejavaru has come. And it also becomes very important that South Korea plays an important role, including the country which have been a little bit away from our field of learning together. That also include Shaiva Buddhism Parampara in the country of Purnamawati, that is Republic of Indonesia. And similarly, GOVT is here today, and I can see along with Venerable Dharma Chakapal, this is the important area because people like Acharya Maha Chakapal, Acharya Subho has been involved in understanding India in a new perspective. Very unfortunately, the teaching of Buddhism in Mahachula or Mahamukut or all Buddhist universities in Thailand have been only on the basis of European writings, just translate and teach. So 20 years ago, when I was in Mahachula, I have certain word with that time vice rector was Mahapayut. Mahapayut and other people told me about that. So I said, look, if you do teach Buddhism in your own Buddhist country on the basis of literature from Buddhist Western world, it will be not a justice. So you have to look into the area where do we all connect each other. So it is not only pilgrimage, but more than Sanghayan, we need to have much more active academic participation, publication, research work, and then connecting with each other. So that's why it becomes very important for all of us. And today, I'm sure people from Myanmar, I can see Professor Halar is here and other Sonam is there. All Indian people and other people will be important factor for this revival. And I'm sure I have taken much more than longer time what Professor Upendra Rao has allotted me, but it is a great pleasure and I really salute you, sir, for your hard work. And you can get people in such a short time. And at the same time, I am very, very, very happy to see IBC's involvement in giving us platform and helping us to get connected. And I'm sure this exercise in person, no more neck pain online thing. I call it neck pain online thing. It should happen so we can meet each other with everyone who have joined here today. With these words, I offer my humble namaskar to everyone. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, Professor Amarjit Lochanji, for your short and sweet speech. Now, we are very fortunate that our chief guest, Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana ji, who is the Vice Chancellor of Karnataka Central University, has joined in our meeting. Venerable Tejavaru Thero always gives importance to the diet ethics in Buddhism. It's a very, very impressive presentation he always gives. And in the context of Buddhism and also our the theory of non-violence, veganism, all these things. So I request Dr. Tejavaru to say few words about your observation from a monk from faraway places like Taiwan. And for us, you are appearing like Bodhidharma. So now I request you to speak in our valedictory session. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Namaskar and Namo Buddhaya to all of you, to the chief guest, to the chairperson, conference director, guest of honor, all the presenters and dear friends. Namaste, namaste to all of you. Again, I really would like to say thanks to Professor Upendra sir to invited me to present the paper, and also as a guest of honor to share some words. It's really my privilege. It's not an easy task to conduct this kind of very big international conference with a lot of different countries, like different parts of India, Indonesia, Thailand, Ukraine, Italy, Bulgaria, Taiwan, that Latvia and Ludhiana. It's surprising, you know, so it's not easy, sir. And thanks to JNU and IBC and ICCR to join together to make this happen. I was so surprised that I have seen a lot of young scholars, academic scholars in this conference, even though we are from different countries. And then, you know, many of us, many of the friends, the professors came together and then shared their insights and their research. Is really surprised. And I was, I mean, I have traveled many countries, many Buddhist countries, and living in Taiwan, Mahayana, Vajrayana, and Theravada. So I've seen the culture, the Indian culture, how the Indian culture transformed in different manner and in different way. And when our professor Upendra Rao said that even though the Buddhism, you know, we call like global Buddhism, it's not the Indian Buddhism. I really like that word you use, sir. It's really now Buddhism is already globalized, but still we have to understand, go back and respect India. Without India, there is no Buddhism out of India right now. And our guest of honor said, I really like what he said, that when the Buddhism traveled very far from India, there is a lot of misunderstanding happening. This is my own experience because I'm a traveler. As a traveler, as an Indian Buddhist monk who's traveling to the different culture and who is practicing Buddhism, then I found that sometimes some explanation about the Indian culture, the idea or the thoughts about Indian culture, it's a mistake and wrong. So this is my research, and then with my master's grace, that he told me, he sent me to India for 7 years to complete my master's and my PhD. He said one word, because I was doing my my bachelor in the United States, and I want to complete my PhD over there, not in India. And he requested me again and again. He asked me to go back to India, and then I feel like I want to do my PhD in the United States. So he said one word to me, very strong word. He said, my dear son, you have to go back to India. This is your land. This is your culture. You have to learn Buddhism from India, authentic. You know, for that, you have to learn Hinduism properly, and then it will be easier for you to understand Buddhism. And it really happened to me, miraculously. The more I understand Hinduism, the more I understand Buddhism, because it's a culture. So, and I feel like this is the message. I feel like, you know, whoever, you know, all the friends from other professors, doctors, scholars who explained different culture from different part of the countries, and we come back again to India to learn, not as a pilgrimage or as a visitor, as you know, the culture, and the live there as the Master Swensang, great Master Swensang. So that's how we could understand the knowledge, Indian knowledge, much better, much richer. And I feel like our Professor Upendra Rao made a very great gathering for all the academic scholars, especially all the professors from different universities, to exchange their ideas and experience. And I feel like this is the platform for us to know each other and to learn from each other, to increase our knowledge. And I was so surprised when I learned from Dr. Sri Putri Purnamawati, even though I'm Malaysian, and when I see the Buddhism in Indonesia, and I've learned something new in how it's they're practicing and they are learning, and the Tantrism. I have heard the Sri Vijaya Empire and all that in the history, but still they're practicing. It's really touched my heart. And the professor Lumila Klasanova, and she shared the Buddhism in Bulgaria. That was amazing for me. It's so far, even though it's in Bulgaria and India, it's very far, but still Buddhism went that far. And then she shared with the pictures and all that, and for us to understand clearly. And another, Dr. Olena Kalantarova, her presentation was also surprised. And with her, as a foreigner, she's learning a new, she's pronounced the Indian pronunciation, Sanskrit, better than me. And it was so surprised, so how much as an Indian, I should learn our language, mother language, and all the language properly. This is another platform. And the moderator, Shushant Kumar Mishra, and he did a wonderful, great, he explained, and then it's not an easy task to become a moderator, especially in this conference. I've learned that, because moderator has to listen and then take the points, and then you have to be present. As the Buddha said, always we have to be present. And then moderator need to conclude their messages, and beautifully done, beautifully done. Again, the Pramaha Chakrapo, he really touched me, because I've lived in Thailand, and Pramaha means the person, because there is a 9 levels of learning Pali in Thailand. So his Pramaha, definitely he has completed the main 3 courses, above 3 courses we call Maha, so until 9th. So as a scholar, as a Pali, he has learned Pali, he has scholared Pali. That's why he in Thailand, they will give this title as a Pramaha. As an Indian, and I didn't have so much of Pali background, and I feel like, wow, what a great. And he explained about Mahayana Buddhism as a Theravada Buddhism. He's a Theravadian himself, and then he explained about Mahayana Buddhism, about Vietnam. So that's really surprised me, and I feel like, this is how Buddhism should learn from Mahayana, Theravada. We have to exchange the views, we have to exchange the thoughts, we have to exchange the experience, and we have to exchange the ideas, the development of Buddhism on those days, instead of debating and disagreeing with each other. And Dr. Jojan Job, his speech also really touched me and surprised, that he talked about the great master Xuanzang, the great master Xuanzang. As a Buddhist, we have to know about him, because without him, today in India, all those pilgrimage places wouldn't be there. So we have to give so much of credit to Master Xuanzang and his work and his experience. And especially this time, Dr. Upendra Rao and this board of the committee chose all those papers, selectively, and then made very globalized, and to share each other, to understand each other. And I feel like it's not an easy task. And then thank you so much to the Professor Upendraji, and to JNU. And in the future, we definitely need to make this kind of conference in the future.
Thank you very much, Venerable Tejavaro. Now I'm very happy that our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana has joined our meeting. Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana is now Vice Chancellor of Karnataka Central University in Karnataka. He was a science professor, and I know him from my student days. I'm very happy to see him after many days here. He was very active even in student days. And also when he became professor in Usman University, one of the best universities in the country, where we have learned a lot of education. We had an opportunity to get the Sanskrit education, like Professor Pulla Sri Ramachandru and Professor P.G. Lale, with such scholars. So that we did many programs there in the campus. Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana, even after becoming a professor, he was very active as a professor also. Now I'm very happy that now he is in Karnataka as a Vice Chancellor. So now I invite Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana to be chief guest and also deliver his speech on the occasion of valedictory session during on our conference, the spread of Buddhist thought, which we are doing from JNU with the collaboration of ICCR and IBC. Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana.
Deputy Dean, International Relations, University of Delhi, and the Vice President at Golden Mountain Monastery, Taiwan, and all guests and invitees. I'm happy to share with this dais, but from online. Really, this is a very relevant topic to discuss on this one, the spread of Buddhist thought. As you know, so Buddha, we learned Buddha from our school days. What is Buddha? But at that time, we didn't understand what is Buddha, what is now we are realizing for all these, there is a solution from the Buddhism. So that is now it is a need of the hour to spread the Buddhist thought. What is spread? What is preached? Buddha. Really, Buddha from the actually he was a king, but then he has left it. And as you know, so regarding the Buddhism, nowadays we are witnessing the cross-border terrorism, and these are happening. What is the solution? The Buddha, when he was a reformist in the Indian society, in the Hindu society, he was a king, but he realized what is the life, why all this is happening, for what is the reason for all these problems of the face, all these type of problems.
Okay.
For this, we need Buddhism. We need to spread the Buddhism thoughts. And even those days when Buddha, he went for church for this reasons for all these problems. At that time, in Hinduism, several problems are there. Like Ganga River, if you look at the Ganga River, like Ganga River, it is polluted because of all these reasons. So like that in Hinduism also, many things have happened. At that time, Buddha has come and he has started to reform this society. He is, we can say, is a reformist in our India. Even when the Ashoka, the king Ashoka, when he participated in the Kalinga war, where a lot of massacre has taken place, many people were killed in the Kalinga war. Then he realized, then he followed the Buddhism, then he started. Like that, the Buddhism was spread throughout the country. Then they went to even Sri Lanka, Indonesia, like these countries, because that is the main aim of the Buddhism is to restore the peace, Satya, Ahimsa, like this. These are the Buddhism. So therefore, now this is very much required to spread this Buddhism thought. Now, because of this problem, I will end my speech. I thank you, these organizers, for giving this opportunity. Thanks one another.
Thank you very much, Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana. I'm very happy that you could join in our meeting and you can deliver your speech at last, because it was short notice to you. Only yesterday I have contacted you, but in spite of being very busy in the university as administrator, you have accepted our invitation, and you have very enthusiastically, you have delivered your speech. And I'm very thankful to you, and I hope we will meet in next further academic meetings. Thank you very much, Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana. Now I request our chair, Professor Santosh Kumar Shukla, who is the Dean of School of Sanskrit and Indic Studies, to give his chair remarks.
Yam medham devagana pitarascha upasate taya mamadya medhaya agni medhavinam kuru. Respected Professor Satyanarayana ji, Adarani Professor Upendra Rao ji, Amarjeev Lochan ji, and Tejo Waru ji, we are very happy to note this, that our university organized this international conference in collaboration with International Buddhist Conference and Indian Council for Cultural Relation. And we are very happy that scholars from different part of globe participated and presented their paper on different topics on Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist tradition, and Buddhist ethics. Aim was that Indian Buddhist thought, how we propagated this Buddhist thought in different parts of world. The theme of this conference was the spread of Buddhist thought. Buddhist thought is not only a mental things, it is a textual things. It is, if you want to learn or we want to recreate, research this, we have to go to its original literature. And the Buddhist literature is so broad. This is not only in Pali, this is in Prakrit. Some texts are in Prakrit also, and in Sanskrit also. Mahayana, whole Mahayana tradition in Sanskrit, and Hinayan tradition in Pali. So we have to learn, propagate. If we want to protect, preserve, or propagate, if we want to, if we are interested in this area, that we have to, then we have to learn Pali and the Prakrit. Without knowing Pali and the Prakrit, we can't preserve this Buddhist thought, because there are Vinay Sutta, Pitak literature, and the Vaipulya Sutra, 9 texts, Vaipulya Sutra, are in Sanskrit. Therefore, this kind of seminar, if we are organizing this kind of seminar, and different from different parts of world, scholars are participating in this seminar, our aim should be that, because we are some scholars are practitioner, but some scholars are only scholars, they are not practitioner. Buddhist philosophy is only not a philosophy, this is practicing philosophy. There are so many practitioners in India and abroad also. So there are 2 aims. first we should make it in practice, and we should preserve its literature in original form. Therefore, we have to edit text, we should edit Pali text, we should translate, we should make dictionaries. Otherwise, we can lose these original text. In our school, Professor Raoji is doing very great job. He's not only offering Pali and Buddhist courses, but also he's planning to start a research program also. And we are offering some diploma certificate courses also. And students are participating in these courses, taking these courses. I am very grateful to Professor Rao. He invited me because I'm not a scholar of Buddhist thought. I'm a student of Sanskrit, but he invited me in this valedictory session. I am very grateful to him, and I congratulate him for organizing this wonderful seminar. And again, I congratulate all of you for participating in this international conference. Okay, this is my thought on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Santosh Kumar Shukla ji, for coming and chairing the valedictory session. I'm very happy that all participants are present here and from various countries. As Professor Dr. Venerable Tejovaro was mentioning, there is a participation from across the globe in our conference, from Ukraine, from Bulgaria, from Indonesia, from Thailand, and I'm not remembering other countries. So from Taiwan, Venerable himself is from Taiwan. So in this way, we have very good, also Lithuania, also Latvia. It is in its true sense, it is an international conference, and scholars from India also have participated very actively. Ludmila has participated from Bulgaria. She is teaching Buddhist studies in Bulgaria. They are developing Buddhist studies courses in Bulgaria. In Latvia, they have a good Indian Studies Center. They have to still further develop it. Time to time, they are also developing Buddhist studies. I'm happy that all scholars have participated, those who are invited. As I was mentioning in my in the beginning, I was speaking. India was like Vishwaguru, even in Buddhism. So Indian teachers have traveled, crossed the rivers, crossed the mountains, and traveled abroad and spread the Buddhist thought widely across the globe. They entered into Tibet, they entered into China, they entered into Korea, Japan also. So in this way, we have a great contribution, and thank you very much for Ludmila had just now sent me the message that she is from Sofia University, that she is thanking us. She says that it's a great honor to participate, and she expresses that to work further together in academic field. So thank you very much for coming. I think all the speakers have spoken in valedictory session. I'm expressing my gratitude and thanks to Professor Amarji Lochan, Santosh Kumar Shukla, Venerable Tejovaro, and Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana. Thank you very much for all of you. Thank you very much, Bhante from Thailand. I can see you constantly. Pramaha. Thank you very much, and we will complete and conclude this valedictory session. And by this, we will complete this International Buddhist Conference. Thank you very much. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam. And
Thank you to all.
Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam, Rakhantu Sabba Devata, Sabba Buddhanupavena, Sada Sodhi Bhavantu Te. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam, Rakhantu Sabba Devata, Sabba Dhammanupavena, Sada Sodhi Bhavantu Te. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam, Rakhantu Sabba Devata, Sabba Sanghanupavena, Sada Sodhi Bhavantu Te.
Thank you.
Sadhu,
Thank you.
sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, 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 sadhu.